The corridors of the crystalline palace shimmered under the light of 1,000 alien suns, each reflection casting an ethereal glow across the halls. The air vibrated with anticipation, a tension that the palace staff could feel in their bones, though none dared speak aloud. Word had spread across the galaxy, whispers carried by traders and explorers alike. The rumors of a human, a being from a species believed long extinct or exaggerated in legend, had reached the ears of the alien queen herself. Kale stepped carefully onto the polished floor, feeling the weight of countless eyes upon him. His boots clicked softly, a sound foreign and yet oddly resonant in the alien architecture. He had journeyed through asteroid belts, navigated treacherous space currents, and survived encounters with predators that could crush a starship with a single swipe. And now he stood at the heart of the alien empire, facing a monarch whose very presence demanded reverence. The alien queen emerged from the throne room, her appearance unlike anything Kale had imagined. Her form was tall and elegant, skin shimmering in hues that shifted like liquid light, eyes large and deep, reflecting galaxies he had never seen. Her voice, when it came, resonated like a symphony across the hall. So the rumors were true. "You're the human myth," she said in awe, her gaze fixed on him. Kale met her stare without flinching, aware that in the eyes of most species, humans were considered fragile, insignificant, and easily defeated. But he had learned, through generations, of struggle and adaptation, that human resilience was unmatched. It was not strength alone that made humans formidable. It was their capacity to endure, to adapt, and to defy the odds. The queen circled him slowly, her movements deliberate and graceful. "Legends spoke of your kind," she murmured, almost to herself. "They said humans could survive the void, of space without fear, that your species could thrive against impossible odds, that your ingenuity and courage were unmatched. And yet, I never believed until now." Kale allowed a small, respectful bow, a gesture he had learned to convey honor in every culture he encountered. "Your Majesty, I am no legend. I am merely human, doing what humans have always done: survive and protect what matters." Her eyes narrowed slightly, not in suspicion, but in curiosity. Protect what matters. Such simplicity, yet such depth. In my world, power is everything. Conquest, domination, and legacy are the measures of worth. But you speak of protection, of endurance. Humans are different. The queen raised her hand, and a holographic display shimmered into existence between them. Stars, planets, and the paths of countless civilizations rotated in an intricate dance. "We have watched your species for decades, piecing together fragments of your history. We thought the tales were exaggerated, myths designed to inspire or frighten. Yet here you stand, proof that our fears were warranted." Kale studied the display, recognizing some constellations from human charts, others entirely alien, yet interconnected by the flow of time and consequence. "Legends exist because people need hope," he said softly. "If humans were merely stories, would anyone care enough to remember us?" The queen tilted her head, a gesture that was almost a smile. "You speak with humility, yet with authority. Many who claim to be humans before you crumbled under the weight of scrutiny. You do not." A sudden alarm echoed through the palace, a sharp vibration that resonated in Kale's chest. He turned toward the source instinctively, senses alert, yet the queen placed a luminous hand on his arm, halting his movement. "They are curious," she said, her voice calm, but with an edge of warning. "Not all are ready to witness the human myth in flesh. Some will attempt to harm you, to test your resilience. Do not underestimate the reach of fear or of envy." Kale nodded, his mind already calculating contingencies. He had faced adversaries who relied on overwhelming force, opponents who believed power alone would ensure victory. But humans had always found a way. Strategy, adaptability, and resolve were as much weapons as strength or technology. The queen led him through the palace, corridors giving way to expansive chambers adorned with artifacts from conquered worlds. Each piece told a story of civilizations absorbed into the empire, civilizations that had resisted, yet ultimately succumbed. Kale's gaze lingered on them, feeling the weight of history's loss to ambition. You have survived wars that would have annihilated lesser species, the queen said, breaking his thoughts. Tell me, human, what drives you to continue when all else falls? Kale thought for a moment. It was not easy to explain, for human motivation was often more nuanced than simple ambition or fear. Hope, he said finally. Humans endure because we hope for a better future, because we refuse to accept that what we cherish is lost forever. We fight for others, even when the odds are against us. That is what gives our lives meaning. The queen paused, her luminous eyes reflecting an intensity he had never witnessed before. Hope, she repeated softly. It is an alien concept in our world. We conquer because we must, because weakness invites extinction. But you have survived through something far stronger than strength alone. Their conversation was interrupted by the arrival of the Council of Stars, a group of emissaries from various corners of the galaxy who advised the queen. Their expressions shifted from skepticism to awe as they beheld Kale, murmuring among themselves in languages that twisted and merged like living rivers. The human myth is real, one of them whispered, eyes wide, and stronger than the Thales suggested. Kale inclined his head, understanding the mix of reverence and doubt. He had faced similar situations before, where beings expected him to fail simply, because of the assumptions they held about his species. Each time, he had proven them wrong, not through arrogance, but through action. The queen observed the council's reactions with a faint smile. This human is not merely strong. He embodies principles our empire has forgotten: endurance, loyalty, and courage in the face of overwhelming odds. These qualities are why myths endure. They inspire, they endure beyond lifetimes, and they transform those who witness them. A sudden tremor shook the palace, a reminder that danger was never far, even in the most secure sanctuaries. Kale's senses flared, instincts honed through countless encounters, alerting him to the subtle shifts in the environment. He did not flinch, did not falter. The queen's hand rested lightly on his shoulder. You are exactly as the legends say, human. But legends often omit the truth of struggle, the depth of sacrifice required. Will you stay and share this with us, or continue your solitary path among the stars? Kale's eyes met hers, unwavering. I do not seek power nor glory. I seek understanding, and to protect those who cannot protect themselves. If my presence here can prevent suffering, then I will stay. If it requires sacrifice, I am willing. The queen studied him for a long moment, her gaze penetrating, searching for any hint of deception. Finding none, she nodded. Then you shall walk among us, human myth, and the empire shall learn from you. Not as a weapon, not as a tool, but as a symbol of what strength truly is. For the first time, Kale felt a sense of belonging that transcended species, culture, or history. In the eyes of the alien queen, he was not merely an outsider, not merely a curiosity. He was recognized for what humans had always been capable of: enduring, adapting, and inspiring change through resilience. Days passed, and Kale's presence in the palace reshaped perceptions. He trained alongside alien warriors, sharing techniques of survival and combat honed through centuries of human ingenuity. He mediated conflicts between factions, showing that diplomacy combined with courage could achieve what brute force could not. The queen observed these interactions, marveling. at the ripple effect a single human could create. Her empire had relied on hierarchy, fear, and unquestioned authority. Kale introduced the concept of hope and moral choice, subtle yet profound forces that challenged centuries of tradition. One evening, as the twin moons of the alien planet cast silver light across the palace gardens, the queen approached Kale. "You have done more than I could have imagined," she said. "Legends are often flawed, embellished, or misremembered. But you have proven that even myths can exceed expectation." Kale smiled faintly, eyes reflecting the moons above. "Perhaps the myth was never about me alone. Perhaps it is about the potential of humans, and what we can inspire in others when we dare to act with courage and conviction." The queen extended her hand, a gesture of unity and recognition. "Then let the empire remember, not just the human, but the principles he embodies. Let hope, courage, and endurance guide us, even in the darkest void." Kale took her hand, feeling the energy that flowed between them, a bond forged not through conquest, but through respect, understanding, and the shared recognition of potential. In that moment, he understood that myths were not merely stories, they were catalysts, shaping the present and future through the legacy of deeds and ideals. As the palace glowed under the alien stars, Kale felt the weight of legends upon his shoulders, not as a burden, but as a responsibility. The human myth had come alive, not to dominate, but to inspire, to endure, and to remind the galaxy that even in the vast expanse of stars, the human spirit remained formidable, unyielding, and unforgettable. And so, the whispers of the human myth became reality, echoing across worlds and generations. As Kale walked among the stars, not as a relic of stories past, but as proof that myths could be,